So this video is if you have an Ariens or a Husqvarna lawnmower, they're basically the same thing. This is a hack or an improvement for these machines. We're going to add some bearings to the front axles for better steering. It's easier if you jack your machine up. You don't need a big jack. You can jack it up just so you take the weight off the front wheels. I've got it jacked up high, which is a lot easier to work on. I'll put a link down below to these bearings on Amazon. These are the exact fit size. You're going to need like a flathead screwdriver and some grease, and that's it. So you can see how I've got this jacked up so I can access the front wheel. So basically you've got some plastic bushings in here and some grease in there, but right here this is metal on metal, and that's where the bearing is going to go. Now these bearings aren't exactly designed for this application. They're not that strong and they might not last longer, but you're going to have better steering with them. And the most difficult part I had of this job was removing and installing these dust covers. But if you have a heat gun, warm those up. They are much easier to deal with when they are warm. And first thing I'm going to do is kind of clean up that area, make it nice and clean. And on the top, you just got a clip here. I'm going to wipe the grease off first. Now we can use a flathead screwdriver. There's a spot to pry it. One side of the clip, and this wheel might fall out, so you just hold it. My leg. Don't lose that clip. There. Now the steering will kind of hold the wheel up. Okay, I'm going to clean this up here. And there's a washer there. I'm going to leave that washer there. So there already was play in this, so we're going to take our bearing kit and add the one washer there. I'm going to add grease to both sides of the bearing. It. Add our other bearing washer. Now we can reinstall our spindle. We've got our spindle clip here. Now if you pop up the plastic bushing, just put it back down. There we go. And there's a washer that stays on the top, so make sure it stays there. And then slide our clip back in this slot. So the other side, which I did first, there was lots of play. I was able to add the bearing and have no issues. This one, I'm not getting enough clearance above the top to put the clip back in. So what I'm going to do is take out the one washer that was there originally. got my two bearing washers in the bearing here. This washer here was already there, sitting on the, whatever you call this piece here. So I'm going to remove it and take it out. That should give me enough clearance to get the clip on top. And we're good now. There you go. I'm going to push that in with a screwdriver, finger. Okay, so we're all back together. I've just got to get that cap back on there. I'm going to get it nice and warm. Okay, one last thing. Add some new grease in here. And this is the Smart Saker lock and loop. I'll put a link in the description for that as well. And I'll add some to the other side as well. Thank you for watching.